Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your love and relationship reading for the month of November. For those of you who are just now tuning in, I like to start off with the reading for my singles, and then I move into a reading for my couples. Now, we are in Scorpio season, and Scorpio is associated with the Death card in regards to the major arcana. So we're dealing with transitions and rebirth. So we're going through a lot of change. We're literally a tree that's losing its leaves, and this transitional period that we're going through is making a lot of us emotional and dealing with a lot of anxieties. So for the month of November, I would concentrate on grounding yourself, and I would hold back on making any rash decisions without, making any decision without really thoroughly thinking them through. Now, where you are right now, Pisces, is we have the Ten of Wands. We also have the King of Cups and the Seven of Cups, okay? So right now, whatever it is that you're dealing with, you might be feeling like it's just not sustainable, that you have had all that you can handle. This is a very emotional period for you, especially, since we have the King of Cups. And one of the things to keep in mind in regards to the King of Cups is the King of Cups understands the impact of emotion. So much, in fact, that the King of Cups has a tendency to even try to dictate the direction of the emotion, to try and control it. This could also indicate in combination, with the Ten of Wands, is that we have some emotions that are repressed. Now, in regards to the Seven of Cups, we have some emotional options that you are weighing and trying to decide what direction to go in. Now, in regards to the Seven of Cups, when it comes up in a reading, generally these decisions that you are entertaining are not decisions which are sustainable. They're only temporary fixes. It's best to hold off and concentrate on something else, to focus on thyself. And one of the messages for the month is to center yourself, stay grounded. Now, the foundation of this situation is the Page of Swords. And, this can indicate maybe a situation where you felt like you had some lack of experience. A situation where somebody kind of took you under your wing and you were like a sponge, very curious, wanting to learn. In order to move forward, right? This can also indicate, since we have the Seven of Swords right here, is that this was a situation where you felt that the situation was deceptive and maybe you were being taken advantage of, okay? Now, your aspirations are the Knight of Cups, okay? Now, the Knight of Cups has to do with somebody who's very calm, very collected, somebody who likes to keep all their ducks in a row. And I think that this also really touches on, taking pause before you move forward with a decision, really thinking it over before you move forward, being in a calm and collective state. And this also suggests, some sort of change. And the energy that we have with the Knight of Cups is generally slow moving. So this is going to be a slow process. You really wanting to take your time with things. Now, we do have the Ace of Cups, so we do have an opportunity for something great, to enter someone great, to enter into your life. This is the start of all things emotional. This is the brook that turns into an ocean. The possibilities in regards to this new person, this new relationship, are endless. You just have to choose a direction and move forward. And there's nothing wrong with taking your time, which, looks like this is the place in which that you are at. Now, the outcome, we have the Eight of Swords. This to me indicates that there's some things that you're still going to be holding on to, things that still need to be worked through, things that essentially you don't feel like you're ready to move forward with, things that you literally feel like you can't move forward with. These things have a hold on you. It's a place where you essentially feel stuck. Okay, so these are things that it's going to take some introspection and reflection to process and release. So you're going to be going through, a lot of changes this month. It's going to be prickly. But you can move forward. You just have to write it out and just constantly try and stay grounded. Take a moment to center yourself before you're able to, move forward, so to speak. But we do have, this wonderful person who's going to be entering into your life, which I think will be a really good support for you. So with that said, I am going to pull a card from my moon deck. I have a jumper. The rhythm of my breath directs the rhythm of my life. The rhythm of my breath directs the rhythm of my life. Let that be your mantra from here on out until we enter into Scorpio season. And it will be really interesting to see, the changes that you've gone through between now and then. And another thing to really keep in perspective is think back to where you were this time last season and see the different changes that you went through then, and see where you are now. So with that said, I am going to move forward with the reading for my Pisces couples. Okay. So the first card in the spread is the Ten of Pentacles, which represents the type of energy that you're bringing into this relationship. And I think that this really touches on long-term goals and the type of life that you want to achieve and work towards with this individual. And when I think of the Ten of Pentacles, I think of, the white picket fence with the dog and in the house, and this is what we've spent our life working towards as far as a happy home life, a happy family life. Now, where you are now in regards to this relationship is the moon. You're doing some deep, deep work right now. Some deep energy, really focusing on some things that aren't working and trying to figure out the underlying issues that are at hand in regards to this situation, this relationship. Now, where you're hoping to take this relationship is the Justice card. This is trusting that things will work out the way they're supposed to, working out in a way that is right. This is throwing your hands up to the divine and saying, I trust in you to lead me to the right path. I think that this also touches on It's either going to work out or it's not. But one of the things that I really love about the energy of this card is trust that it will work out accordingly. And I think that this feeling and this comfort is what's making you move through this situation with ease when it's relatively a difficult situation. You know, things aren't going well from your perspective. You know, you're thinking on the darker side, so to speak, you know, the more complicated, trying to figure this situation out and how to move forward, but doing so in perfect trust. Okay. Now, the energy that your partner is bringing into this relationship is the Three of Wands, and this touches on, you know, this person has worked to get to the space and where they are now. They're continuing to put forth the work, acknowledging that, you know, all areas need their just attention. And, you know, one of the things that I really like about this energy is that your partner is putting forth this energy into your relationship. So I think that in regards to whether or not this relationship will move forward is really more about you and your decision. I think that you could take this decision in any direction that you want. Now, where your partner's at in regards to this relationship is the Emperor. And I love the energy that's associated with the Emperor. And I think that sometimes, you know, this type of energy can be misunderstood because this person is so, okay, full steam ahead, let's move forward, and I'm going to take charge, I am the leader. But one of the things that I really love about the Emperor is that essentially the Emperor is all about love and kindness, and it's this type of energy that fuels them in order to motivate them to move forward, so to speak, okay? So even though this energy might be or might come across as overbearing, it might even be a turnoff at times, but the energy behind it, their intentions are really good, okay, because that's what fuels them, love and kindness. Now, the next card is the Page of Swords, which touches on the direction that they're hoping to take this relationship. And the energy that is associated with this is that, you know, they're taking a step back as a student and they're saying, okay, teach me how we can make this work. Teach me how we can move forward. I am open to new things. I am open to new ideas and new ways of communication in order to make this work. And they're also ready to, you know, we have these really strong energies, the Emperor, you know, and the energy that's associated with the swords, you know, take things on head on and move forward. This person isn't afraid to do the work. Okay. Now, how you see your partner is the Two of Pentacles, and this has to do with finding balance. Maybe you see your partner as somebody who is overextended. This could also touch on maybe feeling like your partner isn't paying enough attention to you or giving you the time and energy that you deserve. And I think that in regards to this situation, this could be easily worked out through effective communication by literally laying your cards out on the table and expressing your wants and needs in order to move forward. And your partner will take it all in and absorb it like a sponge. Now, the way that your partner sees you is the Nine of Wands. Your partner acknowledges that this situation is going to take its work, okay? It's not going to be easy. However, your partner sees a light at the end of the tunnel. I see your partner as wanting to move forward and make this work, okay? You know, one of the messages that I'm really getting from that side of the board is putting forth the work, you know, being a student and a leader all at the same time. This is a strong-willed individual, but is willing to take a step back and take pause with you. Now, we do have the Devil, which represents the outcome. Devil is a heavy card. Devil is about holding on to things. And, you know, we have this energy from the moon. So this is some deep work that's going on for the rest of the month, okay? Deep work, concentrating on things that we're holding on to. And hopefully, you know, especially since we're in Scorpio season and we're dealing with all these underlying issues in order to transition into something else, these will be things that are worked through. However, if these things aren't worked through, you're going to continue to stay within the space that you are in, to hold on to to hold on to these things, and then you won't be moving forward at all. You'll just be stuck where you're at, which essentially, that's a good word for the devil. Stuck, holding on to, feeling trapped, like somebody has a hold on you. Okay, and that's, some of the things that you're dealing with the moon card, trying to examine these and figure these underlying issues out so that you can essentially move forward. Now, when I started this reading, I had mentioned that I really feel like you're the one in control of the situation as far as what direction to take it. And hopefully, as we move through the month of November, these are things that you're going to be able to work through and figure out to get a hold on so that you can move forward from the devil card and into something else. Okay, so with that said, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. Thanks, you guys.